it was all about. But anyways, now that we're inside the actual game, we have in yellow and blue we have CL, otherwise known as Happy Happy, playing as the Mayans, and Tim, otherwise known as Tim, playing as the Vikings. I guess Tim probably has other names as well, but I don't know him. I only know him as Tim. I guess he had that one Panda TV name with all the numbers. So he did have that name, but I guess that's a bit less known than Tim. Alright, keep an eye on this guy, guys. This guy is most likely Jaroon. So yeah, keep an eye on him, moderators. Otherwise, I'll have to keep an eye on him myself. Alright, so let's see where the Brazilian team is. You have BruH right over here. 3 boars on his TC. A rather nice location to build your TC over here, I think. Hey, what's up, Smurthy? Did you have a nice stream? I guess you probably just ended your stream. If I had to guess, you might have hosted me, right? So yeah, thank you for the host, Smurthy. Alright, so Miguel to the north, right over here with Italians. Italians is a very good civ, as is the Malay. So I think there's a huge civ advantage for the Brazilian team right now. He hosted me, thank you very much. First murder you want to commit? What's going on with metal? I don't know. Something's crazy is going on. Alright, well. I don't know. This is already getting offensive, you know. Let's see. 24 hours. Let's go 1 hour. There we go. Alright, fine. Okay, so again, back to the game. No more banning people, hopefully. Don't have to worry too much about that. Right now that Jaroon is gone. No, I'm not gonna tolerate Jaroon in the goddamn chat. And he instantly just tries to start a fight, you know? Instantly. As soon as the game starts. Alright, so again, Italians and Malay, definitely the best civs in this matchup. Vikings suck. I don't know why they chose Vikings unless they're just choosing a bad civ in order to get at least one free win in the next game. And then Mayans, that's a good civ. Of course, but okay. Looks like BruH had a bit of a late TC here with Malay. Malay is one of those civs that you can catch up with. So I think he should be fine. However, you know, you don't want to start off behind. Like, he's a good 2 pop behind, and 3 pop compared to some of these players. At least 2.5 pop, I'd say. But that's not going to stop them from doing their best to come back. Alright, so let's see. In the south, Happy with Mayans. Does he have any stone nearby him? I don't really see any stone. No, not really. Closest stone would be... I don't know. Where is the stone? I think the closest stone to Happy might be in this stone over here, which is right next to BruH's TC. That's a rather unlucky starting position for the Mayans player. I guess in this new expansion, the Mayans do have other options, considering the buff to the Eagle Warriors, that you can upgrade them, and then they have an extra pierce armor and they do more attack, I guess. More speed. How do you block someone on Twitch? I think you just click their name and you can ignore them somehow. I don't know. Alright, so yeah, I'm not sure what Happy is going to do here. He might just kind of make some fire ships while going up the next stage. He does have sheep. I don't see boars for him. No, I didn't see boar. Oh, he has boars towards the top, so he can take these if he finds them. Imagine he hasn't found them yet. He's about to find them now. Yeah, I think... Oh, maybe he's not about to find them. Alright, so these boars are still a mystery for Happy. That would really change his start, I'd say, but I think eventually he'll find them, although I'm sure he would have preferred to find them now, you know, as opposed to later. So again, he won't be able to do a fast feudal with the resources that he has, but I think he should be able to get to the Castle Age at a reasonable time, and that's generally the meta on Nomad. Not as much these days with the advent of the fire galleys. It makes the fast castles significantly more dangerous, but still, fast castle is a rather common strat that you can do. You're kind of set up for it often, so that's why. Okay, he did find a boar from BruH, but he made a big mistake when taking it. He only shot it one time with his villager, and now it's too late for him to take it, of course. Did he even notice that it's gone? I don't know. I guess he noticed now for sure, yeah. Alright, so the walls are continuing for Happy. He just walled everything, although he's still missing quite a bit of space here. But again, he's walling himself in like this, which is a strategy that you'd expect if you wanted to do like a fast castle plumed archer and like drop a castle somewhere, but that's not what you're gonna go for if you're just gonna, let's say, I mean, maybe he's planning on going for fire galleys, but no, he can't do that because oh, he found the board, but still, he won't be able to get to the castle age or the feudal age at a good time. So yeah, he's kind of stuck here. He's kind of stuck with the fast castle build order, and he's not going to be doing plumed archers either. He has a lot of villagers on deer, which indicates that he does want to get to the feudal age quickly, but again, it's already kind of late for that, especially against Malay over here with 3 boars on his TC, even though BruH did have a bad start like we mentioned. Alright, let's see what Tim is doing. He's putting out the walls as well. Again, these Chinese guys are very famous for their walls. He's putting a mill down, Tim is, right down here towards this pond. He should be, he's making a mistake here. He should be noticing this and tasking his villagers to like kill another boar or kill another deer, I mean, or drop off their resources, but he lets his villagers go all the way back to his TC apparently. So that's really extremely inefficient play from Tim right now. Like, how do you not notice this? I guess he's too busy walling everything. Is Woobly 2.0 ever going to happen? You don't see so much changes since the MSN zone period. Oh, well, I don't know. I'm not really responsible for the updates to Woobly. I think the lobby system they have is pretty good. It serves its purpose. It served our community well for the last years while Microsoft closed zone, or after Microsoft closed zone. And even it inspired, you know, the community to create a user patch, which definitely increased the you know, ability, like it increased the performance of AOC in pretty much every way. Like it enabled a lot of new changes, and I know Jarun just entered the chat again. So I wish there was moderators in the chat. I'm not sure if there are or not. I know I'm a moderator, but again, people like him just are really annoying. Alright, so again, BruH, he reached the feudal age rather fast, putting a forward tower, and looks like Happy's only halfway there. Yeah, he's gonna have a little bit of a hard time to deal with this. I'm not sure, will he be able to do the fast castle? Well, he would if he'd be taking these deer. However, he has 7 villagers idle over there. He does have a lumber camp, so this tower is annoying, but not game ending, because he can obviously relocate this top lumber camp. Alright, so yeah, Tim, again, a lot of walls. He tried to lame Miguel, looks like, as well, but he was not successful at that. Looks like Miguel lost a villager to Tim's TC, most likely. At some point in this game, looks like I missed that. Alright, so it looks like BruH is continuing the trush here. Whose tower goes up first? I think BruH's will definitely go up first, but I'd say Happy has the defender's advantage, although this tower is in range of this one. I believe. Yeah, it should be in range for sure. So again, this will be a hard tower for Happy Happy to take down. He won't be able to take it down with villagers, so he'll have a bit of a hard time here. Alright, so Happy Happy is gathering the resources to get to the castle age. He's continuing the wall up, putting stone walls everywhere. And I think this tower rush is mostly thwarted. I don't think he's going to be able to do too much more damage. BruH, I mean. Let's see, what else did he do with his tower rush? He didn't make any fire galleys, I don't think. Looks like Miguel is making a few fire galleys. And he definitely made Tim's fish run away, but I think Happy Happy's fish... Sorry. I think Happy Happy's fish will be fine. He'll be safe for a while in this bottom corner. Looks like I'm dropping a few frames I didn't notice before. But yeah, very dangerous play right here from BruH. He should have retreated back to this tower, I think. He might be losing a few villas here now. Looks like he's gonna get away with it. Yeah, he's gonna get away with it, but that was rather dangerous. Walling in his tower like he should. Oh, he might lose a vill then. Oh, yep, lost one villager. And Happy Happy is on the way to the castle. She'll get there just before 20 minutes. Looks like Miguel... What time did Miguel get to the feudal age exactly? Just after 13. Yeah, rather slow feudal times for the Chinese team, which would indicate that they wanted to do a fast castle, which is what Happy Happy did, but I guess Tim was not able to pull it off. He must not have had as much food as Happy Happy did. Right, so again, Happy Happy did not have any stone, so like I said, he is going to go for these Eagle Scouts. He's going to upgrade them. He's already getting armor for them, and he'll likely get some more upgrades. See what Happy Happy sees. He does not know about this tower going up, but I guess soon he will once it is completed. He's going to get some raids in here. As soon as he gets to the castle edge, his Eagle Warriors will have +3 attack. That'll be actually rather... Oh, he's going to get one kill here right away. But yeah, once these guys get +3 more attack... Oh, even another kill. Looks like BruH had quite a few injured villagers on this stone mine here, so not the safest play from him. Definitely not. Another villager going down now that these Eagles have 7 attack. They're a lot more dangerous now. Looks like BruH is also towering Tim, which, given he's taking this really small forest right over here, looks rather effective. I'm not sure, is Tim slinging? I don't think so, he doesn't have a market, so no. He's just having a rough game. But it looks like it's gonna be kind of Miguel against Happy Happy with the good starts here. Italians is one of the best civs on Nomad. I mean, Mayans are very good too, but I think Italians should win this matchup, given an even playing field. I don't have the ability to moderate anyone, or make anyone a moderator, I mean. You'd have to ask someone who has the access to the Google official account. I'm not sure if Geraldo's online. So, again, I can't make anyone a moderator. I can only moderate myself, which I don't want to do too often while I'm in the game. So just try to keep the chat civil, I guess, while I'm casting, you know. Actually, just continue going on. Like, just stop, dude. You're not even fucking funny. Just get the fuck out of here. You're extending the argument to more players, like to more viewers. Like, you started off with metal. I'm not sure how it started, but then it went to someone else and then someone else. Like, just fucking stop, dude. Get a life. Well, if you had better TTV, you could always watch. You could read it anyway. So, and maybe you should update your Twitch stream experience, and then you can even see deleted messages. Alright, so pretty nice score advantage for the Chinese team. BruH is in really a load of hurt here. No, world of hurt, I guess is the right term to use. He made a few towers on Happy, but he was mostly ineffective. He's just trying to be an annoyance right now. We need Helene to roast. That'd be, yeah, that'd be. I mean, she also has moderator privileges on this channel, right? So she'd be able to cover those duties, I guess. Alright, so I think BruH is being successfully annoying here, although he's putting himself very far behind. These two mangonels on the hill attacking his town center, that's not going to be able to be healed efficiently at all. I mean, there's nothing going to stop this anytime soon. Let's see what Miguel is doing. He has two stables. I don't see any knights out just yet for him. Maybe they're somewhere, but I don't see them. He's queuing up one knight. He has two knights over here, so he's attacking the tower of Tim, but his tower has fletching. Miguel doesn't have any armor whatsoever. He's just losing his knights for nothing, so this is some bad play from Miguel. No armor on his knights. You can't be doing this kind of play with no armor. Even with armor, that'd be dangerous. Okay, so BruH is going to send his villagers over here to try and take down these towers. Although, again, these two spearmen here, this tower in range of this tower, yeah, that's not going to be the best option for BruH. I think the majority of these villagers are going to die if he stays and commits to this attack, but it looks like he's trying to retreat, although more villagers are going to go down as he escapes. Then BruH decided to take this gold mine towards the top, right next to Tim's base for some reason. I'm not sure why he chose that. Alright, so BruH is escaping his villagers north towards Miguel's base, and he's going to try to count on Miguel to win the game for him. Miguel is on 3 TCs. He has a lot of fish alive. I'm actually surprised that his population is this low. He has 51 population right now. Again, he has 3 TCs. He kept his fish mostly alive, I think. So, I don't know why his population is this low. He lost 11 units, which isn't that huge. Like, BruH, on the other hand, lost 42. BruH killed 1 unit and lost 42. So, this is actually really, really bad play from BruH. Yeah, it does seem very over here. But let's see if Miguel... let's see if Miguel can hold them back into the game. I don't think so. I definitely don't think so, but let's see. See how many resources BruH has. Looks like he's trying to get enough to build a town center. One trick that maybe some of you guys don't know is that you can like take resources next to your allies' TC, and then you can garrison your villagers inside the TC and actually receive the resources. That's what BruH is going to do over here. He garrisons his villagers inside the TC, and he gets enough wood to build his own TC. So I guess he'll build it somewhere. I'm not sure. He might want to build it on this forage bush, or I guess on this wood is fine too. But let's see these eagles coming in here. And 3 monks. Yeah, this is going to be impossible for Miguel to deal with. These monks here. Yeah, that's going to stop. And he only has 4 knights, and there's 3 monks, so that's not even enough to deal with the eagles, let alone the eagles and the monks. So yeah, I imagine this is going to be a GG in the next couple minutes. The Chinese team has the entire map. And I kind of thought that, yeah, that's true. However, you know, sometimes it's worth it, you know? Sometimes you're in these situations and then your team can bring you back into the game. But in a 2 vs 2, that's a little bit dropping more frames. Let me see. Yeah, you're right, I'm dropping a lot of frames. I'll try and solve that after this game is over. I might need to restart the stream, maybe, or otherwise I'll just have to tell my brother to stop messing around too much. Who knows what the hell he does. Alright, so Miguel has forging, no bloodlines, no armor upgrades. Besides that, just a handful of knights here. I'm not sure what they're thinking about. Surely, like, once they saw that Tim got to the castle age, that, oh, it's time to resign, it's GG. We don't really have much of a chance here. But no, they decided, let's continue playing. You got fired for dropping frames when you worked at the art museum? Yeah, I think that might be a more serious situation. Alright, Miguel is calling the GG here. Yeah, so it was very over. A good play from the Chinese team. They just walled up, and I guess they, as Soxy just mentioned about debating. All right, another Jarun Smurf in the channel. Nice, excellent. All right, well, yeah, good play from the Chinese team. Very bad play from BruH, if I had to say. Very bad. It doesn't get much worse than what BruH just did this game. All right, again, it looks like while we were towards the end of that game, it looks like BruH got 3 more kills here. So I guess his towers got some more kills eventually. That's good for him. He did have 1 kill previously, so now 4 kills. He quadrupled his kills. That's rather impressive, I'd say. But yeah, Tim with the most kills, I think. Most of that was with his towers and his couple of spearmen. And I'm actually surprised that Tim had that many kills. I would have expected Happy to have those kills, but I guess Tim killed more of BruH's units while he was retreating. A good play from the Chinese. Alright, so let me edit the score. 1-0 in favor of the Chinese team. I'm gonna be right back a sec and see if I can solve the dropped frames issue a little bit. So just a sec, I'm gonna play some music for you guys so you guys aren't too bored. And then I'm gonna be right back. Alright, so I don't think it's an internet problem. I don't think anyone in my family is like uploading anything to cause me to drop frames. I think it might be an OBS problem. Although it could be I don't know, it could be a whole host of reasons why I dropped quite a bit of frames that game. But it didn't look too bad. So let's go into game 2 here. I'm gonna turn off the music and I might want to actually check out the chat before I go into this game, so let's pause it. Underwhelming hype song. Yeah, it's some traditional AoE 2 music. All right, well, I'll just let you guys continue. Just keep it civil. I don't want to see too many arguments in the chat. All right, so they in the first settings, the settings of the first two games in this round of 2 Nomad Battlegrounds match is like a civ draft, and then you have to switch the civs. So again, I did prefer Malay and Italians in this matchup. However, that team did lose. Although I don't think it's mainly due to the civs. I think it's kind of due to the play, especially the play of the Malay player on the Brazilian team. However, yeah, as long as it's civil, you can argue. You can argue in the chat, but it has to be, civil arguments. Nothing just useless and vapid, empty remarks. Alright, so like I said, I did prefer the civs now that the Chinese team has. They do have the 1-0 lead, so I do expect a 2-0 lead just when I look at the civs here, because Vikings is not a good civ. I don't know why this was picked. I have no idea. It's not good. Don't pick Vikings. Unless, if the other team has 2 good civs, don't pick Vikings. I'm not sure exactly how the civ draft went, so it could have been, I'm not sure exactly, so who knows. Alright, so it looks like BruH and Tim have TCs right next to each other. BruH with Vikings. He has a stone on his TC. He has a whole flock of sheep here. 6 of them. And it's not pick civ, it's there's like a civ draft. Now the first round was random and then switch. This one was a civ draft and then switch. So they drafted Vikings. But there was some intentional choice of Vikings here. Again, with the civ draft, you don't necessarily want to always pick the best civ. But I don't know why Vikings. I mean, I guess it's okay. It depends on who picked first. If the Brazilian team picked Malay and Italians first, you wouldn't pick Vikings to match those two civs. So I'm not sure what the motivation behind the Vikings pick was. It could have been actually a reasonable choice. So I shouldn't criticize them too much for that. I'm just saying it's really not a good civ anymore. It used to be pretty good, but on Nomad, no fire galleys. Okay, Miguel losing a villager. He lost a villager in the first game. Looks like he killed a villager in this game already. So yeah, looks like he killed a happy villager coming towards his TC, and he lost the villager to a boar, so he had a pretty big advantage by killing that villager, and then he threw it away a bit. Trade-off. Alright, so let's see where everyone has their docks. Happy with the 60 wood fishing ship with Italians. He looks like he has a very safe dock in this location. Not really the best dock, as in once you take these first few fish, the fish start to get kind of far. Like if he had a dock over here, it would be significantly better in terms of the fish placement, I'd say. But not too bad. Again, he's probably gonna think about redocking it soon anyway. With Italians, and given his style in the previous game, he likes the wall and fast castle, but he might be in actually kind of a difficult situation to do that in this game. Also, looking at his population, he has 7 pop. Yeah, so I'm not sure why the Chinese team didn't call a restart, because surely they must have had some sort of idea by 4 minutes that, yeah, my start is really bad. I lost a villager to this TC. It looks like he lost another villager too. Did you lose a villager to someone else's TC? No, I think... No, he must have lost a villager to a boar. Yeah, he must have lost a villager to a boar. So, Happy down 2 villagers at the start of this game. That's rather bad. Both teams have a save that do not get champions. Correct, that is correct. Alright, so again, There's a 10 population, or now 11 population for Happy Happy, and 19 population for Miguel. So even though Miguel lost this villager right over here, he has a much better start than his player next to him. You want to check out this 1 versus 1 going on over here? So far, there's quite a few walls coming up. A lot of laming going on from Tim especially. He's killing these deer here. Killing those deer, I'm guessing. Let's see. Ooh, Tim has quite a few sheep coming in. 5 sheep. He took a boar from somewhere. I'm not sure from where. Maybe that was the last of the boars. Maybe he stole it from BruH. I think BruH might have had a boar near his TC. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, I'd say for this game, the Brazilian team does look to be quite a ways ahead. So, I don't know. Hey, you guys have to pay attention. Jose, Duba, you guys have to pay attention. This is what we're going to be up against. Although, this is actually the Brazilian team doing these walls. And yeah, looks like the Brazilian team is deciding to wall this game. I'm not sure, you might have missed the previous game, but that was the game where the Chinese team did a lot of walls, as you'd expect. Yeah, you gotta get ready. Yeah, Alice is here. She knows all about these Chinese players, right? Alright, so let's see how close these players are to the next age. Miguel can get to the next age once he builds this lumber camp over here. Happy Happy is nowhere close to the next stage, although he does have, I think, enough food underneath his TC to get there. But his population is very low. He's even housed. He needs to collect a lot of food. Miguel is on the way. See about BruH. He's collecting the resources that he needs. He'll be there soon enough. Tim, not close at all. Yeah, definitely the Brazilian team is in the driver's seat for this game. So it looks to be like the worst civs, in my opinion, Lions and Vikings, are going to take both games. Which is a surprise to me. I'm not sure if anyone in the chat disagrees. They think Lions and Vikings are the preferred civs in this matchup, but I definitely don't think so. Alright, so BruH also on the way to the feudal age. 25 population, so BruH did not really have a good start, but even though his start is pretty bad, it's much better than these 2 Chinese players. Tim and Happy Happy. And also, BruH getting these walls off like this is a pretty big advantage. Tim does have a few bills out and about, but he has 2 bills over here, so that's okay. And 1 villager walling off in this location. But what BruH's going to do, he has this stone on his TC. He's just going to build like a tower over here. He already has 2 villas prepared. He's going to he's going to extend his walls. He's going to make another layer right here. And he's going to put a tower down, I think. More villagers are coming to do just that. Let's see what Miguel does with his start advantage. He has the barracks out. He's making a couple eagles, I guess, to see what Happy Happy is doing. He is getting some walls up. He's also walling behind his TC just in case. Like he knows that Miguel will potentially run through. Like there's no reason to build these walls. There's absolutely no reason to build these walls unless he knew that eagles were coming. Yeah, I don't know. This is really safe. Dark Age transport. Oh yeah, like what I made in that one game. He could be making a Dark Age transport. I'm not sure why. That's actually a pretty good idea in his situation. Alright, so Miguel got this 1 tower up. I mean, both teams are bowlers in this particular game. So. Alright, so let's see how much stone Tim has with melee. Not so much. He got this tower up. Looks like he's on stone somewhere. Yeah, he's on stone over here. But He's not collecting too much just yet. This tower isn't attacking for whatever reason. There's always a glitch, you know, with your towers. They don't attack. Attack, tower, come on. What are you doing? I don't know. Anyways, this tower up over here, these 3 towers, that's going to prevent Tim from doing what he wants to do. Let's see, what does Tim have? He has like the score lead right now, but there's no way that's going to last. He has a small amount of fish over here, just 6. Building a dock here. But perhaps, yeah, like he said, he wants to make a transport ship, that's for sure. Let's see. Oh, he's going to tower this location and try and, I guess, beat his way out. BruH's dock is pathetic. Oh, well, he redocked, so it's good now. His first dock was really bad, yeah. I mean, I didn't really check it out. It could have had something over here, so maybe it wasn't horrible. Maybe it was a decent dock. Yeah, BruH has a massive advantage. Even though Tim has more population, this is just huge here. Tim is really unable to take any resources efficiently. It would have been better for BruH to have his tower like maybe over here or over here, one tile closer. But once he gets fletching, I think even this tower will be just fine. Miguel is in the castle age. He has getting armor on his eagles. Siege workshop is up, so I imagine some rams are going to come out. Probably 1 ram. That's all he needs. And he should research perhaps the eagle warrior upgrade, but yeah, he doesn't really need it. He just needs to break down these walls. Let's see, does he have town watch? No. If he had town watch, he'd know for sure that he can just rush this down. Like, he could just send his villagers over here, or his... No, he could send his villagers over there, but he could send his eagles over here and just beat down this house, beat down this palisade, and try and do some damage. This TC isn't doing much for him. Happy is on the way to the castle age, but he doesn't really have so much resources. Yeah, this is not live, correct? Let's see, what is Miguel doing? Is he gonna get like another TC up? No, he's just gonna make 1 ram, 2 rams, 3 rams. He had this tower and he's not on stone. So I guess he's just gonna commit to the 1 TC here. Ooh, nice find from BruH. Killing these stone villagers from Tim, those were actually really important. Given it looks like BruH was able to keep Tim trapped in this location here with the stone walls and a tower. But here's the transport that I was talking about. Where's he gonna go? He's gonna go this way where he has walled off. Oh, he already has a few villagers here. I'm not sure how he escaped. I guess he probably already transported some villagers and that's why they're already there. Alright, so stone walls now for Happy. I don't think he is fully stonewalled. Oh yeah, there's a wall in between there. Yeah. So it looks like he is fully stonewalled. Right now, BruH is beginning to sling Miguel, which I guess that's probably the right decision to make. He did the damage that he needed to do against him, and now just sling your extra resources to... Oh, it looks like Happy lost his TC before he could get to the castle age. I did not notice that. I thought he just got to the castle age and then he lost it. He's rebuilding another TC here, but no, he lost his TC in the feudal age. And I mean, this game was already pretty much GG, and now it's totally GG. This game is over. The Chinese team should resign. There is no reason to continue this. No reason whatsoever. Tim building a market with 15 villagers. I don't think that's the most efficient use of your villagers' time. Well, perhaps, I guess they can't really do much over here. Tim did have this... Like what I noticed before was Tim did have this shorefish, you know, like 4 tiles away from his TC, right? He should have like been taking it. I noticed he took it when he was already in the feudal age. Well, I mean, it's their choice ultimately, but I'm saying if they want to win the game, there's nothing else to do here. This game is over. Go to game 3. Alright, so once again, Happy Happy is on the way to the castle age. He's gonna get some scouts out, I guess, or maybe some knights. Is he on gold? No, he's gonna queue up 6 scouts. 6 scouts. I'm not sure if that's gonna be effective. I guess it's better than nothing. He will be on in the castle age, I think. It'd be hard. I think it'd be pretty hard for this PC to go down again. I don't think so. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Quite a few villagers going down though. Yeah, he will be safely in the castle age, although that's pretty much the only thing safe about Happy Happy's current situation here. Alright, he's in the castle age. What is the next plan? What's on the table for Happy Happy? What can he do with his new castle age arrival? His arrival to the castle age. What's he gonna do? What is he gonna do? I don't know. He has all his villagers garrisoned. He still has a good amount of fish here. He has not a villager over here. Happy Happy reminds you of your own nomad playstyle. You get up your stone walls. You don't resign when the game is obviously GG. Ah, yeah. I'm not sure if that's you. I think you're better than that, man. I don't know. I mean, this guy's not even making villagers right now. So who knows what he's going for. Tim just has 15 villagers garrisoned in his town center. I think he could be taking a few of these. Maybe not. This tower's over here. Probably not. But maybe he could take like 1 or 2 of these trees safely. But instead of that, he's just going to keep all his villagers idle. Like maybe he'd be better off like still fighting even. I don't know. I keep him idle, but still. Guys, it's GG. Go to game 3. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Miguel has 800 wood saved up, I guess, in case there's a rainy day coming soon. He just has a stockpile of wood. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing with that wood. Just saving it. Miguel getting a conversion out. This one villager is going to go down. It's pretty much heresy. Like, it's not automatic heresy, but like for all intents and purposes, that's heresy right there. Like, you got your villager converted, instantly killed, you know? Alright, so let's see. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't think he has enough resources to get to the next stage. Dude, why is Tim making villagers? Like, why is he making villagers? You're in this trapped little area over here. You should like delete your TC and rebuild your TC out over here. That'd be way better than making villagers that are trapped. Like, I guess like, he is able to, you know, escape, but still, I think he'd be better off instead of microing like this. Oh, yeah, here's the GG. There we go. GG. Finally. Jesus. And then Tim is continuing the game. Okay, no. He resigns, finally. Alright, so 2,000 in sling from BruH to Miguel. He didn't really need the sling. He had a big advantage anyways. But yeah, this game was GG very early. The Chinese team just extended it from their walls. Like, they walled, and they extended the game. That's it. They had no chance of winning regardless. So a bit unlucky for them here, especially Happy Happy. He had a very bad start. And Tim, I don't think his start was so bad, but he let himself get walled in like this. You can't just let everything around you get walled in like this too. Like, there's no reason for this getting walled in other than bad play from Tim. Like, he was more focused about walling this location as opposed to keeping his own base secure. So, I guess his own walls kind of distracted him a bit too much here. Alright, so let's change the score to 1-1. The Brazilian team did tie the score up, so good on them, because they are the underdogs of this match. Let's check game 3. Apparently, let's check the restart first. Apparently, there's a game 3 restart. See who does the restart. I'll just keep it on fast speed. Come on, speed it up, guys. I don't know, for whatever reason. Oh yeah, snow map. Okay, good thing this is a restart, right? The thing is that HD textures patch that like remove the snow. It doesn't work for me. Or actually it works for me, but it makes me lag. Or don't want to lag. So luckily this is a restart, so we don't have to worry about the snow. Hopefully the next game won't be snow. Otherwise, I guess I can look at the water. You know, you guys don't have to see the snow. Although I mean, your guys' brightness or your contrast is too high if you have problems with snow. You shouldn't have any problem with snow. Seems good PC. Yeah, well, I don't know. It might not be the problem. There's some problem I was having, but alright, so Miguel calls the re. What did he not like about his start? Oh yeah, this is I don't know. Because he knew that Tim was right out here. He'd be walled in very soon. So yeah, I think it's a good call for Miguel to call the restart. Yeah. Good call, I'd say. Also, Tim with Koreans has a stone on his TC here. I'm not sure if Miguel sees that. But yeah, definitely a good call for the restart. Alright, so let's go game 4. Alright, no snow, so you guys don't have to worry your eyes at all. Alright, so Tim putting his TC down here. Looks like his villager's kind of doing a bit of a dance, not putting it down right away, but he gets it up kind of a little bit late. It's past 1 minute when he started building it, so this is a late TC here, but it's in a good location. Wait a second. I thought this is game 3. If it's game 3, oh no, I'm in game 4. Okay, that was game 4, guys. This is game 3. Alright. I was looking at the civs, I'm like, this is the wrong civs. These are the wrong civs. It should be Koreans and Tudens. But here we go. We're in the right game now. In the correct game. Yeah, I'm very noob. I'm sorry, guys. Don't kill me, please. Don't tell Geraldo either. Geraldo's been bugging me. He's saying I need to improve my stream a lot. And if he knew that I made a mistake like that, Jesus, I think I'd be fired. So something happened, and Happy was asking the referee something. I guess by the referee he means the admin. Can you lame deer? No, actually, yeah, BruH was blaming these deer. Yeah, this is actually illegal. You cannot do this. So BruH just broke the rules. You can only do this after 3 minutes. After 3 minutes you can do this, but before 3 minutes you cannot do this. So I guess the Chinese team don't mind. They don't mind that that their deer was lamed, and they're just going to continue. But I mean, it should be an admin win. It should be an admin win here. I don't know, they're continuing to play, but this should be an admin win. Alright, dude, if you're gonna leave, good night, man. But I think they're gonna play this. So. Looks like BruH is playing extremely lame right now. Like, this is what I'd expect from the Chinese team. But no, it's BruH doing it himself. But yeah, I guess the Chinese team are so confident that they believe that even with this, disadvantage, that it's clearly against the rules. They did not need this to happen to them. It's obviously against the rules. But they're confident that they're gonna win anyways. They don't care. All right, let's see this. What's gonna happen here? Is this villager gonna get there? Oh, this is actually BruH's villager. Never mind. I thought this was Tim's villager. Okay, BruH's villager coming in here. Nice. Okay, let's check out Miguel. Miguel's in the back here with Tudens. And oh, everyone has their TCs very close together. So pretty much on this third of the map, we have all 3 players, and then the rest of the locations, the whole rest of the map, it's pretty much safe. You know, safe from, I guess, nature wins on this part of the map. You know, these boars are going to live for a long, long time, perhaps the entire game. These sheep will never be claimed. You know, very nice for them. Gaia is happy. Gaia is happy. Alright, so Happy, speaking of Happy has his dock in the corner here. Very close to Miguel's dock. Well, evidently neither team knows the rules, otherwise they would know that's an admin win, or at best a restart, you know? At best, like, you can't do that, we're doing another game, right? But I mean, I would just call the admin win. Frantic translator quit. Actually, I think that, I'm not sure who was the translator, but that Huehue Coyote guy, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name at all, so forgive me. He's doing some translating work for them. So I'm not sure if that's the same guy that was doing it before, but he's gonna help them out a bit. What happened? Well, what was against the rules was all these dead deer here. BruH killed them with his villager, like, at the very start of the game, and you can't do that until after 3 minutes. Alright, so the starts look pretty even in terms of population. Maybe a slight advantage for the Brazilian team here. But yeah, pretty even. A lot of walls coming up like we were seeing. Him kind of doing some defensive walls over here. Yeah, more defensive walls, but BruH with the offensive walls, walling in Tim from this location, from this side. I'm not sure why he walled this off. Like, maybe he could have done walls over here. Maybe he was worried about the TC's range and didn't want to send the villager too close. But yeah, these walls kind of serve to keep him cordoned off in this location rather than his opponent. And maybe BruH would have preferred to get walls off like over here. Oh yeah, that's also against the rules. You can't do that before. Actually, it's not before TCs are up. You have to wait till 3 minutes, because the thing is, what we play in rated games is we say TC up, then you can lame and stuff. But I think it's for a tournament, it's better to just have a time. And there's no like, is your TC up or not? Like, you just look at the time and then you can do whatever you want. So there's no honor system at all. Or there's no like going back and checking the rec. Was his TC up when he built that palisade? You just know it, you look at the time. There you go. I mean, you can still do that if you have suspicions that someone placed the palisade before the time. You can check the rec and then you get the admin win. But it's more concrete, and I think it's better this way. Alright, so let's see what strategies these guys are going to go for. Let's see who's making their way to the next stage. Miguel, he's not close at all. Is he going to make a mill and perhaps get some shorefish? I don't see really any shorefish for him to get. Maybe these two right here. He could build a mill right over here and collect shorefish. The thing is with this Wololo Kingdoms, this new HD Nomad, things are different. Like, the fish distribution is different. And I also think the shorefish distribution is different. I think in AOC, there are more shorefish about. I think in this new Nomad, there's more shorefish on like the inlets. The inlets have a lot more shorefish, I think. Like, you can see one here, one here, one here. They're like on the outside coast. Shorefish is like honestly kind of rare. It looks like Miguel did find something over here, but there's one over here, but there's a whole swath of these sections with no shorefish whatsoever. And that is unusual. This is definitely different, I think. And I don't like that change. I think the shorefish distribution was fine before. There are plenty of things about you know, the HD Steam expansions that I don't like, with regards to Nomad especially. And that's one of them, fish distribution. Alright, so Tim and Happy Happy are the first guys on the way to the feudal age. Not particularly fast, but given that there was a lot of laming going on, not very spread out, not a whole lot of hunt for everybody. There's more shorefish in AOC, that's what I suspected, yeah. But, looks like the Chinese team is going to have a pretty big advantage. Happy Happy is getting off a barracks. I think maybe both Chinese guys might be getting up before either the Brazilian players get up themselves. Even click up, I mean. Maybe Miguel will click up, but BruH will not be able to click up anytime soon. Maybe a good minute, because I don't think he has anything collecting food besides his villager or his fishing ships. I mean. All right, so we have 4 villagers coming over here from Miguel. 1638 feudal time is coming in for him. How do you create Kappa? Jesus. Dude. You just do capital K, Appa, A-P-P-A. You just need a capital K, man. Ugh. I'm gonna be right back. You're gonna view lock Happy Happy for a bit. I'm gonna be right back in a sec.
Ja? Ja? Bereite. Ja? Heiße?
Ja,
Ja?
heiße. Ja. Bereit.
All right. Sorry about that. Let's see what's going on in my absence. But yeah, I did expect there to be a pretty big advantage for the Chinese team, given they had the faster feudal times, so they can get their towers out faster. And Happy Happy was making scouts. He's still making scouts. He's gonna beat down this tower towards the south. Looks like he might get a kill here. Yeah, 1 kill for Miguel, but Miguel's gonna have to run these villagers away. But even if he runs them away, they're gonna get chased down by these scouts. So these 5 villagers are likely dead. Now he might escape them towards BruH's TC. Yeah, he'll escape them towards BruH's TC. He might lose 1 more, but he'll be fine, I guess. Just two villas down, I'd say. Let's see what BruH is doing. Looks like he's defending with his towers. I think he might have failed to get a tower up over here. He's gonna defend with this tower, and he's gonna kill some of... Who's back? I'm back. I was away for a minute or two. Yeah. Alright, so I think Tim is gonna have to retreat here. I don't think he's gonna be able to destroy this tower. Although repairing this tower is costly for BruH. He's losing villagers, already 2 down at least, and the third one's going down here. But again, Tim also is losing villagers. So yeah, not a good situation for either player, but apparently they think this is a very important tower. And they might be right. They might be right. BruH is trying to secure this location. He's gonna build another tower, as is Tim. Yeah, very ferocious tower war here. Very ferocious indeed. That's I guess that's what Racer was looking for, the admin of this tournament. He wanted he wanted Koreans and Tudens for this second round match. I'm not sure why. I don't approve of this matchup. I don't think I don't think it's what Nomad's all about. I don't think it should be what Nomad's all about, but I guess this is what Racer wanted. That's fine. I think actually the Brazilian team here is doing a pretty good job to stay in the game, given they had a very difficult start. Happy is saving his way to get to the castle age, but his population is very low. He only has 28 villagers, while Miguel has 31. It looks like Happy lost his fish, and Miguel has his all alive still. These 2 spearmen are going to be kind of difficult for Miguel to deal with, I think. He's not going to be able to kill them so easily here. The thing about Tudens is you can have 10 villagers in your towers at the same time, although I don't think... Like it says, I look at Happy, it says 8 in parentheses there. I guess that means 8 arrows. And then he has 10 villagers in his tower. And then Miguel over here, he also has 8 arrows. And he only has 9 villagers in his tower, so I guess the extra villager is kind of useless. Doesn't provide another arrow, so if you don't need it, like for safety purposes, you can just send that 1 villager back to work. So I guess not the most efficient use of your villagers economy-wise, but not a big deal, not a big deal. He does have a massive advantage right now. He can click up anytime he wants, and I guess he will. After this villager, he'll click up to the castle age. Yeah, murder holes are free for the Tudens, but they need to get to the castle age to access the murder holes. Alright, looks like BruH deleted his TC here. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. I guess it might have been intentional given he was surrounded by towers. And he wants a better location to, actually collect resources here. So he's going to rebuild his TC down here. Alright, Miguel, instead of trying to save up to get to the next stage, he is researching scale barding armor, which is gonna really boost his scout calves. However, it's not gonna be so effective because just a few spearmen, like you see here, are capable of really dealing with these scouts. You see this? The scout only has 1 HP left after facing down that spearman. Looks like Tim making a few fire galleys to chase down these fishing ships. A few more fire galleys following. Let's see, one good use of these scouts potentially would be finding these villagers over here, although there's 2 spearmen protecting these 4 villagers, so maybe not so good. Alright, so it looks like Tim is beating down the last of BruH's towers, and he's going to kill these 5, 6 villagers here. Especially since BruH is not paying attention whatsoever. He could have escaped these villagers and sent them down to meet up with his newly made TC over here, but he doesn't care. He's sending them now. He notices them, but I think it took a Miguel flare for him to notice. But I think he's gonna get some kills here. Let's see what Miguel can do. He doesn't have forging, but and the scale barding armor isn't really gonna help. Besides against this tower, so it is helpful a bit. And it's gonna kill some villagers. You have one villager down there, maybe one or two here. Yeah. But I think Miguel should retreat with his scouts now. He's done all that he could do. Happy Happy is in the next age, in the castle age. He doesn't have much food, but he does have a market. I think perhaps he should buy a little bit of foods just so he can make knights, like a knight or two. Like that's why you have the stable, so you can make a few knights. But he's not really using his castle age upgrade to its full potential, I don't think. Alright, so I don't think Miguel is anywhere close to the next age. No, he has 1100 food or wood. He's starting to spend it a bit now with he sold a bit of wood and he's also building some more farms. I think you kind of want to do that before you get to 1100. I understand this game is a bit of a mess, but again, you want to spend your resources. BruH is making a tower over here in between two Tudens towers. It's kind of useless. I guess instead of check on Tim fishing. Yeah, he has 8 fishing ships. And he looks like he's kept it fairly efficient. Miguel called GG, but I don't think they resigned. I don't know. Yeah, Miguel said GG. See? Yeah, he says GG and then he doesn't resign. Okay, Miguel then resigns. I guess BruH was like, no man, I'm going to the castle age, don't resign yet. But then after a little bit of discussion, they decided, I called GG, let's just resign. I don't think we're going to win this, even though you're going to the castle age. They're most likely correct, as Tim was going to be there first. So, we'll have all these guard towers, right? Although Miguel did have the most villagers in the game. Being stuck in the feudal age, it's a little bit harder to use them, especially since Happy Happy over here had 3 TCs already, and he could buy food if he was lacking food. But yeah, definitely GG. I'm gonna update the score. It was 2-1 in favor of the Chinese team. So that means just one more point is necessary for them to make their way towards the next stage, the 3rd round. Let's see game 4 here. Alright, so again, I did start this game earlier, so we did see this TC being built from Tim before. So he places it, and then his sheep start to walk back and forth, and his villager takes a trip around this forest, and then decides to go back, and then finally start the TC that he should have started like 20 seconds ago. So a little bit of a, a little bit slow for the first TC from Tim. But again, it's in a good location, all those deer, sheep, a pretty good forest, and gold nearby, so that's not bad. Alright, Miguel, on the other hand, he has a shortfish on his TC. Not the best forest, but he does have sheep that he sees nearby. I'm not sure if he has any hunt. There's this one boar towards the north, or not really north, but towards the west, I guess. And it's just that one boar. I don't see anything else. Oh, there's 2 more boars right behind it, so I suppose he could take those. Alright, we have BruH towards the south here. He has a stone on his TC. He's finding some sheep. Let's see if he gets these other 4. Yep, that's going to be great for him. See, does he know about these other players? No, he has no idea. He's going to send this sheep out to scout, but immediately taken away, so he knows someone's here. He sees that villager, so he knows Happy Happy is right over here. Alright, so the civs, I guess this fourth game, the civ, or the settings were team random. They randomed Malians and Huns. Pretty interesting civs to play, both civs with a variety of options to choose from. You know, you don't just expect one certain strategy from either of these two civs. Like, for example, with Britons, you'd expect to see like archers, crossbowmen, essentially, or just going on C. With Huns, I mean, you could do archers, you could do scouts, you could do knights, you could do cav archers, you could do siege, you know, you could do a whole lot of things. Same thing with Malians, you could do a castle drop and do Gabetos. You could do, I guess knights would be the other favored strategy for the Malians. Alright, so BruH got an early loom just to take this one boar from, I guess, over here, denying Happy from taking it himself. And he saves his villager's life. Looks like it just has 4 HP left. So just in time he saved that. Alright, so it looks like the starts are definitely better for the Brazilian team. They have quite a nice villager lead, especially BruH here. He's 3 population ahead of either of the Chinese players, so that's a really huge advantage. I'm guessing he must have got his dock out fairly quickly. He already has 2 fish out at 6 minutes and 40 seconds, so that's pretty dang fast, I'd say. I think he probably could actually be doing even better than that. Correct, Huns do not get champions. Do you want to comment on the Malian champions as well? You know, those champions are not your average champion, so if you want to mention that, go ahead. Definitely welcome. Alright, so as I was saying, BruH did have quite a good lead in terms of population, but I think he let it go away a little bit with his I think he got housed a little bit and he didn't make another fishing ship from this dock that he could have done. Alright, so the most vills in the game, 15, or actually 16 apiece for the Brazilian guys. They are leading in terms of villagers, and I would say that villagers are more valuable than fishing ships, because you can always catch up with fishing ships later, but you can't really catch up with villagers because your TC is either producing villagers or it's going to the next stage. So right now, BruH has an idle TC here, so he's been idle for a good 20 seconds, I'd say, maybe even longer. And at the same time, he lost a villager, so he pretty much just gave up any advantage in population he had. He should have known that someone was right here. He flew a little bit too close to the sun by setting a villager out. I guess he wanted to do some more lambing or something. But he should have known exactly. Like he lost his sheep here, and he instantly saw like a happy woodcutter villager, so that would indicate that, yeah, he just built the TC and his villager's walking around after building it. But nope, he didn't really clue into what that hint that he got, but and he paid for it, like we saw. Nevertheless, though, BruH is on the way to the next age. I guess we know what that means from the previous games. He's just going to build towers. I haven't seen BruH interested in getting to the castle age ever in any of these games. Essentially, he's pretty much been committed to the feudal age play for whatever reason. I guess that's what he prefers. It hasn't really worked out for him so much, like at all. But he's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it again. Let's see, he has this fish over here. He's still making a few ships, a few more fishing ships, so that's good. It is rather safe, I'd say. Miguel is in this inlet, and this is also a pretty safe location. An interesting thing about this Nomad map in particular is that there's no landlock, so Usually you'd see like this land over here extend to the edge of the map. Yeah, and now he's definitely certain for sure. Yeah. Yeah, normally, like I was saying about this landlock, it should normally extend to the edge of the map, but there's these rare situations where it doesn't, and you can actually send fire galleys all the way around to kill your opponent's fish. So, I mean, if it was a more regular map, the two Chinese guys would have to send their fishing ships or their fire ships all the way around over here to kill BruH, and also vice versa. The Brazilian guys would have to send their fire ships all the way around. Alright, so again, BruH is in the feudal age. First guy there, he's getting town watch, which is a good upgrade, especially on Nomad. He's building a tower here, as we'd expect. Ooh, and he's getting walls up over here to build another tower even. That's good. Just keeping happy away. Taking some map control early. Not bad. Happy is a bit late to the next age, so he's gonna have to run his villagers a bit. Lucky for him though, for both the two Chinese guys, that their fish is safe. Let's see if Tim is gonna make some fire galleys. I think he will. No, he's not. Oh, he already made one. He made two actually. But he kind of sent them the wrong way. This is the long way around. If you want to get your enemy's fish, you'd have to go over here. And this would be the right guy to attack. Because BruH, he does have this one fire galley, but that's all he's going to make. He's not going to make more than that. He's not on gold. He's currently not collecting gold. Maybe he'll collect this gold. No, he's not going to do that. He's going to continue the tower rush. I'm not sure if this tower is in range of... Is it? I think it's kind of on the border of range, I think. Let's see. It's going to get a few arrow hits. But I think this tower should be able to go up, especially if BruH builds from this side, yeah. So that's what he's going to do, but again, Happy can just choose to beat down the tower from the other side, right? Ooh, and then even TC getting in on the action here. Yeah, so this tower was kind of useless, I think. Well, he did get this one villager kill here. He might get another, actually. Maybe not so useless now that Happy is making some misplays. Okay, he's sending this villager back. Oh, this one's going down too. Yep. Actually, this tower, after all, was useless. I didn't think so, but I was wrong. BruH proved me wrong. That was a very useful tower. Alright, so now the fish are about even for both teams. These fire galleys that I mentioned before from Tim are coming in, and they're doubling back. So they were going to come in and kill these fire ships, but he decided maybe another day. Let's just scout a bit towards the south here. Let's not kill these guys too soon. Let's let them fish a bit more. Alright, so Tim, I guess, he doesn't have his full attention to these fire galleys. He was trushing Miguel, and Miguel is stuck on this little peninsula over here. This is the only place where he can take wood, so I guess he should be keeping a watch out. He has a stable, Miguel does. He has 3 scouts. I think he had another scout before as well. Let's see, how much food does Miguel have? He has really low resources right now. He's allowing this tower rush to continue. So instead of where did he build his own tower? Where is Miguel's tower? What's he doing with these villagers? Huh? What's going on here? He should be digging wood, right? He selected all his villagers over here and sent them this way, but now he's sending them back. So I guess that was a misclick. I think that was a misclick. Alright, so a really tough situation here for Miguel. Like, his eco is not the best, I'd say, as you can notice. Once again, Miguel with the +1 attack as opposed to the armor. Very unusual. I think it made sense in the previous game, but this one I don't see it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, so Happy as well on the way to the Castle Age. He has 40 population compared to BruH with 8. So it looks like, yeah, Tim finally did clear up those 6 or 7 fishing ships that BruH had. It looks like he still has 3 of them here, but they're not going to be very useful. As soon as they deliver their resources to the dock, they're going to go down. Ooh, another tower for Tim here. I guess he noticed that Miguel was taking this gold mine. That's why he shouldn't have allowed this to get towered. I'm not sure where he used his stone. Like, I don't see Miguel's tower. Where did Miguel use a tower? I'm not sure. He might have lost it right away. I don't know. But he really should not have let this happen. He really could not afford to let this happen at all. This is a game ending for Miguel here. If you're gonna do a fast castle on Nomad, you want to keep your eco relatively safe. He did keep his fishing ships safe, so that's one thing that went well for him, but he didn't keep his wood safe, he didn't keep his gold safe, neither of his gold piles. So that's a big mistake from him, and now this wood isn't safe. The new wood is not safe. So very bad situation for him. So maybe like when we saw a few minutes ago where these villagers were all running towards the south for apparently no reason, perhaps each of these villagers actually had like a premonition. They predicted what was going to happen in the future. They knew this tower was going to go up and they wanted to make an early escape. But I guess Miguel was not aware of this fact. So he tasked them back to their resource. Alright, so BruH just trying to be annoying. I guess he's playing even worse than Balalaika. When I say worse, I mean he's completely ignoring his own economy. He doesn't have any farms. Okay, he's actually on the way to the castle age as I say that. So perhaps I shouldn't be so critical of BruH. It looks like, you know, he did make his way to the castle age. Although I don't think his eco is in a very good situation right now. He only has 29 villagers. I guess the same amount that Miguel has, but compare that to Tim, who also stayed this whole game in the feudal age and has 38. Alright, so now that Happy reached the castle age, he's making knights. No armor on his knights either, but they're doing the damage nevertheless. He also has some cav archers here. Not sure why he made a cav archer, but I guess not too bad. Villagers' intuition. Yeah, they knew what was coming. Alright, a nice monk out for Happy. This monk doesn't really look right to me. You know, this doesn't look like the Eastern European monks. So like when I updated my Wololo kingdoms, all the monks look wrong, essentially. They look like from the wrong location, the wrong region. But I don't know if you guys have the same problem. For whatever reason I do. But I guess no matter what the monk looks like, they can still convert, and that's exactly what he's doing with it. Yeah, BruH, he just went to the feudal age and he towered. You can see his towers. They did a little bit of damage. They didn't do too bad, but Happy, he just relocated his villagers, stayed safe, and he kept his fish alive. He didn't really need to do anything to keep his fish alive because no one ever attempted to attack it, I guess, until now. There's a couple fire ships here. Fire galleys, but a little bit too late, I'd say. So about 30 vills apiece for the Brazilian team, while both Chinese players are quite a distance away, I'd say. Maybe Happy just a little bit ahead. Miguel actually pulling. Monks are bugged. My monks are bugged. I'm not sure what anyone else is, but as you can see, the monks, this is a Hun monk, and it should look like this, but it looks like this instead. It looks like the Saracen monk, for example. But I guess it's not a big deal, right? They still convert, as you see. He's going to get a conversion here. Yep, one conversion. And one knight escaping. So here's the castle for BruH. Oh yeah, Tim did get to the castle age. I didn't notice that. Yeah, looks like he's doing just fine. and he's putting up a castle of his own to, I guess, make sure this town center here is useless for Miguel. It's been useless for a while. I guess Miguel's just trying to keep his villagers alive here, but they're useless, I'd say. Might as well just let them die, I guess. This reminds me of a game I played with Alice a few months ago. I was in a similar situation against Tudin's Towers. Alright, so it looks like Happy Happy is building a castle somewhere. I'm not sure where. Somewhere. Miguel just... Oh, here's the castle. Here's the castle. Alright, you might as well call the GG now, guys. Sorry, Miguel, you can't do much in this situation. Huns didn't have monks anyway, that's true. Perhaps. It doesn't matter that they're glitched. They shouldn't have them anyway, that's correct. I think the unique technology of the Huns, perhaps, should just do away with monks. Like, monks become, like, monks just become obsolete once you research atheism, the unique technology for the Huns. But I guess it has a more useful upgrade as opposed to making monks obsolete. Instead, it just increases the length of time for wonder victories, right? And like makes spies more expensive. Exactly, yeah. That's what I was just talking about, right? Alright, so just kind of waiting for the GG here. I don't think these two Brazilian guys can make a play to get them back in the game. Tim already has 2 castles. That's pretty significant here. What's he gonna do with them? He has quite a massive Gabetos already. He has one ram. He's gonna make another one. Happy Happy has a castle on Miguel's TC, and then this TC is pretty much useless too. These villagers are almost useless. They're chopping their last tree here pretty much. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Pretty much, the only game the Brazilian guys won was the game where they had a massive advantage from the start. And the other games, even though this game they had a pretty good start advantage, they just threw it away. They didn't. They lost easily. They threw it away fast. Because like Miguel with the naked fast castle, letting it half his base go to hell. BruH with the all-in Trush, not really doing too much damage, a little bit of damage, but not enough to warrant, I guess, all the investment you put into it. And I guess better play from Tim, and better play from Happy Happy. Better walls too, I think. Although I don't think that actually Happy Happy didn't really wall too much. He walled this over here and this, but he left this side completely open. So not the typical Happy Happy walls that we noticed. He did make a fire galley. He did make 1 fire galley. I'm not sure what he did with it actually. I don't remember. But he did make 1 fire galley. Alright, so BruH is going to the Imperial Age. Is that like a... Did he do that by himself? Yeah, he's no sling here, but okay, he's on the way to the Imperial Age. Their scores are about 1,400 behind, pushing 1,500. Let's see. I guess BruH could make a Treb or 2. He could make a Treb. He's making Gabetos. Those aren't very useful, I don't think. But I guess they're not too expensive. He can still take this gold, and he can make some Trebs later. I guess this is actually rather strange here. Happy Happy is researching ballistics before he even has fletching. So he has these crossbowmen, no fletching, no padded archer armor, but they're gonna have ballistics. That's not the order of upgrades that I'd get. You know, if I'm making archers, I wouldn't get them in that order. But to each his own, I guess. Alright, so let's see what Miguel is doing. He has one villager escaped. Over here he's building a town center. I guess this group of knights are looking for the villagers. It looks like they killed a couple over here. Maybe good 4. Alright, so BruH is he's gonna impress the 2 Chinese guys with his first to Imperial Age achievement. So hats off to BruH. He got to the Imperial Age for I think maybe might be this the first Imperial Age of the series? No. Did Game 1 go to the Imperial Age? No, I don't even remember. It's one of the first Imperial Ages of the series for sure. Alright, so this hill is going to have a castle on it. That's pretty nice. Perhaps the best thing about these Gabetos is how fast they kill rams. You can't push these rams even if there's like 2 Gabetos defending. You can't push with rams at all. Alright, we have a Treb coming out for BruH. Tim is also on the way to the Imperial Age. He'll get there in a couple minutes. And I think he'll be just fine. He has a lot of gold saved up. Yeah, I mean stone. He has a lot of gold saved up and stone. And so he'll be able to make trebs and he'll be able to heal his castle. Or I guess the correct term is repair your castle, right? He'll be able to repair his castle while he's waiting to get up. Okay, so this is weird. BruH is getting scale barding armor. I don't think he has the eco to justify making any sort of units. Maybe he's getting a sling now? I don't know. I don't think Miguel has anything to sling. No sling, but scale barding armor. I guess Miguel does have, I mean not Miguel, but BruH does have quite a bit of resources saved up, although his villager count is pretty low. I think he should have just stayed with trebs, and you know, when I said make trebs, I didn't mean like lose them right away. This is, he just lost any advantage he had with this Imperial time by losing his treb. He noticed it, I guess. He should have just packed this treb up, I guess, and sent it back, and I think he'd be okay, but he just lost it. That's fine. And he's not able to build this castle on this hill. Looks like Happy did get Bodkinero eventually. Alright, some knights are coming out for BruH. I don't think they're going to do too much. He can't afford to mass them. But I guess Tim just lets this castle go down. He doesn't care. He already has 2 other ones. Alright, so the score advantage is very obviously in the favor of the Chinese team. They have 2,300 score ahead. Alright, so BruH is sending in about 10-12 villagers here to try and bring up, or complete this castle. 78%. It's not going up. I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't have enough units here. And he should have sent them in the front instead, but even then, all these monks converting the knights that do exist. Looks like he got Happy got 3 conversions here. Might get another one even. Yeah, it's GG. They're calling it. Good try, BruH. Good try, Miguel. You did okay. You didn't do too bad, but pretty obvious wins, I'd say, from the Chinese team. Biggest Titanic play from BruH. Yeah, he didn't do so well this series. He did pretty bad this series. But he did his best. That's what matters, you know? Even if you don't win, just do your best. And you're always a winner if you do your best. In someone's book, at least. Maybe not everyone's book, but you know, some people will consider you a winner as long as you tried. But yeah, that ends it here. That's a 3-0 for the Chinese, or a 3-1 actually for the Chinese team. I realized I spoiled the result of the series earlier in the cast. Like I guess I wasn't thinking about it. I noticed Jose in my channel. Jose watching, I noticed Juba watching, and I'm like, you better watch these games, dude. These are our next opponents are these 2 Chinese guys. Like, obviously, like that just told everyone who won the series. But I guess it probably wasn't too much of a surprise. I mean, these games happened quite a few days ago. I don't think they were streamed by anyone, but I guess, I mean, you can just look at the teams and you can guess, oh yeah, the Chinese team's going to win on Nomad. They have more experience on this map. And that's what happened. Essentially. Alright, well. Yeah, I guess thanks for watching. Yeah, let's check that out actually. Let's check it out. Alright, so let's start from the top. So the quarterfinals of the tournament are set. This is where the double elimination starts as well. So we have Yo and Vivi making their way at the top of the bracket. They were the first seed, #1 seed right here. They made their way all the way to the quarterfinals, as is expected. Looks like they hit a little bit of a bump in the road against Whitecourt and Noistic, who did take one game, so not bad. Not bad. 17th seed taking a game from the first seed, pretty good. And also they're gonna face ACCM and Vienna School, a very powerful duo from Vietnam. You know, me and Jose have some past with these two players. They did knock us out of a previous 2 vs 2 tournament. And it looks like I think just earlier today, they played against Lix and Fengchen, and they won that series pretty handedly. And earlier, actually, I did watch this previous series. It was casted, I think, against Seoul and Antin. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Seoul and Antin. Very close. It went down to the final game. It went down to the wire. But ACCM and Cool pulled ahead and made their way all the way to the quarterfinals. All right, so now we have the Tyrant team: Viper, Dowd, and Tato. They also played earlier today. I don't know if you guys noticed that game 3 that they were in, where pretty much Viper exclusively made towers throughout from the Feudal Age to the Imperial Age. Pretty much nothing else besides towers. Again, that's the Students and Koreans match. So again, Racer, I'm not sure what you wanted. I guess you got what you were looking for. If you wanted towers, you got it. I don't know why that's what you wanted, but I guess you were successful, so that's good. And we have the 21st seed here as well. Mentalist and Improvise. A bit of a surprise that the 21st seed reached this far into the tournament, because you'd expect the top 8 teams get to the quarterfinals, right? But here we have a 21 seed. They took out Stefan and Metal, the 12th seed, right away, 3-0. Clear games. You know, seeding isn't everything. Ratings aren't everything. You know, Mentalist and Improvise were the more skilled players, so they beat Stefan and Metal, and then they faced NoBruH and Balalaika, the 28th seed, in the second round, who surprisingly took out BackT and Slam due to their, high levels of experience on Nomad. And BackT and Slam were completely unprepared for that, and they dropped out of the tournament right here. And, yep, so that's going to be a tough match. Tyrant against Mentalist and Improvise. I'm not sure who's going to win. I'd say maybe the Tyrants are a bit of favorites here. They're the favorites, but maybe the experience of Mentalist and Improvise will prove to be superior as it has in the past. Alright, so now we're in the bottom half of the bracket. Nikov and MBL against the Max and Valise. Looks like Nikov and MBL had some pretty clear wins the first round. They are the second seed, right? First round, very easy, 3-0. Second round, they were against LB10 and Nilly earlier today. I think LB and Nilly pretty much slung in every single game, or at least attempted to sling. I think they did like a full sling in 2 games and actually got it off. And as you see, they won a single game. Nikov is one of the most experienced Nomad team game players around. MBL, not so much, but I guess he can learn. And the Max and Valise, looks like they have 2 clear victories against Igarashi and PL Fredzio. I guess that's 2 Polish guys. And then they were against 2 Taiwanese guys, I think. Right? Taiwan? Yeah, I think they're from Taiwan, right? Or actually 3 Taiwanese guys. Levi, GKT Cloud, Rory. Anyway, clear victories for the Max and Valise. I think Nikov and MBL should win this matchup, but they'll do their best, I guess. The Max and Valise, they are pretty adaptive players. They could probably do their best. They could probably at least give Nikov and MBL a good fight, right? but I predict Nikov's experience is going to carry the day. Alright, now we have the winners of the match I just casted. Happy and Tim. Again, they just beat Miguel and Brew 3-1. And in the first round, they beat Project Belgium and Soxy, who was a viewer today, right? He might be still in the chat, right? Perhaps not, no. Perhaps he's not in the chat yet. No, not anymore. Looks like Juba thinks Max and Valace will win. Maybe. They could. LB10 couldn't do damage while getting slung. Yeah, in that Spanish game, I noticed he was doing like champions when he got to the Imperial Age, and I don't know, I think he could have done better than what he did. He was kind of late to the Imperial Age too, I think. Although I'm not sure how the sling was. Saw them play a practice game today versus Max and Blues. Oh yeah, I think I didn't see the games, but I saw that they played. I'm not sure what the result was. Oh, okay. So I guess Miguel, or I mean not Miguel, but MBL has to step his game up if they want to win. But I think, yeah, Nikov, he plays well on Nomad. He's pretty consistent. Alright, so again, I guess we already introduced Happy and Tim. And then we have my own team, me, Juba, and Jose Preto. We just beat the 3rd seed, Hart and Leary. I guess if you look at the ratings, these guys are the heavy favorites to win. But again, experience on Nomad triumphed, and we managed to get past. And I guess the first game, we also beat Aerogenic and Skull, which are pretty good players, but again, not so experienced on Nomad. Again, I think there's some pretty good set of games here. These games could go either way. I predict Yo and Vivi. I predict Viper, Tato, and Doubt. I predict Nikov and MBL, even though Juba disagrees, but I predict Nikov and MBL. And this game, maybe my ego is speaking, but I'm going to have to predict my team going through here. We're going to take out Happy and Team. I just watched their games. I watched 4 of their games. These guys ain't nothing. We're going to come out on top, no doubt in my mind. Alright, well... Alright, well, yep. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the cast. Hope you guys enjoyed the tournament overview. Whoever's watching, I don't know. But yeah, thanks.